just go to the celebrity
This is the guy I was telling you about, Brian Stelfreeze. Like, you are so lucky to be looking at his live face right now.
Yes.
Look at him. Sensei. He is. You understand? I'm on Periscope right now. Everybody loves you.
Thank you.
Stelfreeze. See this? See this person? That's how you say his name. Screen cap it. If you don't know who he is, I'm going to punch you. That's okay. Screen cap that and look it up.
Yes.
Because if you want to know
hair, by the way.
watercolor, like he doesn't, because he does like a million conventions like a year, but like every time he's at the Dallas ones, I always like, hey, and I just stare at him painting.
Yes.
I'm like, what new things are you using?
And that's not creepy at all.
Not. It's not. It's super creepy all the time. I'm used to it. No, I mean people staring at me, so I figure it's only fair.
Yeah, this is like a Frankenstein watercolor kit. It's got like Winsor Newton, Schminke, Kramer, Lucas, just all sorts of, even Holbein.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah. And actually, the only thing that connects all of these watercolors is it's all German names.
Oh my god, that is kind of random.
One of them is a German name from a company in Japan.
Which one?
Holbein.
Okay.
Yeah. Because, you know, I guess they felt there aren't any famous Japanese, sort of oil painters.
I guess. I was thinking about that.
Yeah, so they decided to name their company after a German painter.
It's beautiful. So, live painting today. We got some Brian Stelfreeze here.
Held any grudges against the Japanese?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You figured they'd go Swiss.
That's right, yeah. They would never know.
Right.
The guy that Adam Hughes says taught me how to paint.
Quick
So you
note
guys
about
know.
Sean Patrick Flannery. Sean is only here today, and he's only here until about 2 o'clock.
I taught him how to buy paint.
He still says in his interviews that he owes you everything. That's true love though, like between like art friends, that's true love.
Oh man.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
got like
that
your
guy.
art bros. We got our art bros.
Yeah, that guy is just insane great.
The other point is that you guys are all like nice people too. Like,
Yes.
you're very, well, I mean, like you're very open. You know, you give us pointers. That's
Well, the
very
thing about-
nice of you.
Yeah,
Thank
the
you.
thing about it is like with Adam and I, it was awesome because like, you know, I sucked at doing panel-to-panel comics, and he sucked at painting.
Yeah,
So we just kind of crossed over, you know. So
that's the way it should be. Everybody help each other out because everybody's got your own little, you know, things that you're good at.
yeah, I hate people who treat their art like it's magic beans. they want to keep everything secret and everything like that. I just
That's really annoying.
yeah, that's lame.
I asked someone once, I'm like, what's that glaze you're using on top of the painting? They're like, oh, it's a mixed secret. I was like, get out of here.
Yeah.
Get out of here with yourself.
Because the
I
thing
don't
about
care.
it is, the
Screw
thing
you, I'm
about
just
it
trying to be nice.
is what made John Singer Sargent and Brian Boland and all these artists great is the material they used.
Yeah, you're right. It had nothing to do with practice. It has nothing to do with all the hours at night spent crying when
And
you
I'm
tear
not
up
gonna
your
tell
pages.
anyone about any of the pencils I use because they'll be just as good as I am.
Right. Because you're right. Because it's the pencils
I
and
am-
not the hard work.
Yeah, I am a collection of the materials I use.
This is the
What
best
is
way
that?
that I've heard anybody say that.
What is that?
We've been having a huge debate on that online lately.
Oh man.
Like the muggles or non-art people are saying,
Yeah.
no, it's you're magic. And I'm like, no, would you say that to a football player? Don't they practice every day to get better? It's the same thing. You don't just come out of the womb being able to kick a football.
Here's something that I wish to dispel, like
Violently.
violently dispel. Is for some reason with artists, like I think it's amazing that someone can draw.
Yeah.
I think it's amazing that someone can paint. I think it's amazing that someone can just even publish their stuff without being embarrassed by it.
Of
I think
course.
that's amazing. But for some reason, throughout the history of art, artists have such a low opinion of themselves that they not only want people to see that they're talented, but they also want people to think that somehow they're a wizard.
Right.
And they can conjure things from some ether. You know, it's like even when artists say, "Well, I don't use reference," as a point of pride, as a
Like,
point
good
of,
for you, I guess.
"Oh my God, I'm so good, I don't use reference." You know, and it's just like, well, if you're drawing a person out of your head, at some point you looked at a person.
Thank you.
So-
You have to know what a person looks like before you draw it.
Yeah, so even if you're claiming you don't draw stuff from reference, that's a lie, even if you're not drawing stuff from reference.
You're using it from your brain reference.
Yeah, it's your proximity to reference. So me personally,
Genius over here.
yeah, if I don't know how something looks, I will go to reference immediately in a second.
Practice.
Yeah, I will.
And practice and then draw your thing. Am I right?
Yes, absolutely.
You are so awesome. Thank you for
Yeah.
saying those things. Like,
Yes.
seriously.
I think that is lame for artists to kind of go, oh man, I'm gonna keep these things a secret and I'm gonna not tell people how I do stuff. It's just like there is no secrets. It's like if you're the sum total of your secrets or your sort of materials, then you're not an artist anyways.
Agreed. You should be
Yeah.
able to make art with anything. That's
Yeah.
honestly the way I feel about it.
Yeah, so I hate these people in their like, sort of secrets and their like, I'm not gonna tell people what I'm doing and all that stuff is just lame.
Yeah, I want to encourage everybody. I think we all should, I want to see other people, I don't animate, but I would love to encourage an animator to make that next cartoon I'm on the couch watching.
Oh yeah. And I really appreciate like to me one of the coolest things about art is every time you point to a great artist, more than likely that is a result of a great artistic community.
Yes, community. People keep forgetting it's not all on your own.
Yeah, it's like the only artist in history that is just spontaneously fantastic with no one around him and no one knew anything about how he did it and he's just absolutely incredible. The only artist that I can think of like that is some of those weird Dutch.
The Dutch ones.
Yeah, some of the weird Dutch guys. And what's weird about that is they just use camera obscura. They projected a lot of their images. So really, if you want to be great, share your secrets. If you share your secrets, more than likely the people that you share them with will share stuff back with you, and all of us. Much like Picasso, Degas, and all those guys, we'll all grow up great together.
We should all help each other out. We all want to be great together. I don't want to see people fail.
Yes. Which is one of the reasons why I always try to do portfolio reviews at conventions.
That's so sweet. I love his ideal on art. I know.
Yeah. And I like the idea of the moment I teach someone to do something and I'm afraid that they might take a job from me, that forces me to be better.
Exactly. Yes. Just be better.
Yeah, just be better.
Just be better. You look so familiar. Yeah. No, I mean, I know that, but man, I feel like I've seen you online or something, talking or something, maybe.
Did you see Disney's Pocahontas?
Don't answer that question.
I'm not gonna answer that question.
I mean, I go to anime cons too and set up an artist alley sometimes.
Oh. I was about to say, man, because I know you.
Well, everything I know about art is because of you.
Well, I like I said, every time that he's in town, I always come over here and talk to him. You're welcome. Just because, I did watercolor. I've been doing it my whole life, but then I stopped for a number of years because I just focused on doing digital because all the jobs are digital.
Awesome.
And then I realized, you know what? I started getting stagnant in my digital because I realized I hadn't been doing practical. So I went back to doing practical so that I remember what it looks like, so that when I make it into digital, it doesn't look like trash.
Yeah.
And so I've been doing that again. I'm actually live painting over there, but it is not this, obviously.
The weird thing about it is I think digital. If you work on digital, that actually informs your natural work. And I think if you work on stuff natural, it informs your digital work.
I agree.
But I think the ratio is sort of different. I think 80% of what you do naturally informs what you do digitally.
I completely
But
agree.
I think maybe
It does not work the other way.
20% of what you do digitally informs your natural media stuff.
I totally, completely agree with that.
Yeah, so it's not a one-to-one exchange. But I definitely think working in natural media makes you a much better digital painter.
Yes. I really appreciate you sharing with us. I guess I should go get back to my table and sell some stuff.
At some point.
It's something. But thank you again, you guys. This is Brian Stelfreeze. Make sure you follow him and look him up. Thank you.
IP development.
You guys, I was just fucking. We just talked to Brian Stelfreeze for like that long. Oh my fucking god! Oh my god.